Okay, here's another video that we're doing. This time we got all of the Ocean City reels out here. I want to say a few things about Ocean City, history-wise, that I probably left out in some of the other videos, and they're kind of important too. One thing I wanted to say was these True Temper Ocean City reels. Sometimes there's a couple people online on forums and stuff, and sometimes there's a misunderstanding that these reels are kind of not as good as the pre-True Temper Ocean City reels, and that they're not made in Philadelphia. And I just wanted to explain that they actually are, and there's a little bit of proof of that online. You can check out some land use maps on some archived sites online of Philadelphia, and if you go to the date 1962, there's the land use 1962 map of Philadelphia, and the Ocean City name is still out there on the factory on A and Somerset Street, and it's actually the triangular industrial building with the Ocean City name on the map. So, so for some of the people that think that the True Temper reels aren't really Ocean City and it's more True Temper, that's actually not true. Like, these reels were still made in Philadelphia. So these ones here, like the 923, the 112, and the Big Game, were actually came from the Ocean City plant. So the plant was actually used all the way up until the 70s, maybe mid 70s or late 70s, I think. True Temper stopped making the reels, and by the late 70s, I think they were totally done. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. And
Right on.
another thing about Ocean City that's kind of important was in the 1930s, because they were around since the 20s. They were pretty much the biggest saltwater reels company in America, or in the world, actually. And that's a misunderstanding about Ocean City reels, because nowadays the Ocean City, they're not as they're kind of not really known about. There's some Ocean City collectors and stuff that know a lot about Ocean City, but as far as the public is concerned, Ocean City still isn't really that known. Like, pen reels are more popular nowadays, and all the pen reels are a lot more known about. They're more famous. But in Ocean City, they're kind of still left under. They're kind of still left out a bit. But they were a really strong company, and it's kind of a shame that they went out of business later on. But they made some beautiful reels, and they're actually really underrated too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another thing about Ocean City is True Temper really wasn't involved in the engineering at Ocean City. They just simply bought the name, because what ended up happening was in World War II, the entire company, like all companies, they all stopped because of the war efforts. And when they came back after the war, they weren't as powerful as they were, and so they started to go downhill a little bit business-wise. And Penn started getting bigger because Penn started selling East Coast, West Coast, so Penn reels got big, and a lot of companies like Ocean City, J.A. Cokes, Vom Hoff, which was under Ocean City, they all started to go downhill business-wise. So what True Temper wanted to do, because they were a sporting goods company, they bought the Ocean City name just to help sales, just to help keep sales. So that's another little misunderstanding too that I've seen online, is that the Ocean City reels, they're not in Ocean City. It's like they're made in North Carolina or South Carolina, sorry. But
Not true, right?
it's not true, yeah. So yeah, just thought I'd point that out.
And another point you should mention too is that when you clean these up, a lot of guys, a lot of popular guys on YouTube, are using steel wool to clean the chrome and stuff. And you should never do that ever.
Yeah.
You want to loosen up dirt and stuff. You loosen it up with warm water and
Yeah,
soap.
with a little bit of soap, cotton cloths, always cotton.
Yeah, never steel wool, because the damage you do, that's it. You destroyed it.
Yeah, and sometimes like you'll see a lot of well, not a lot of them, but I've seen a couple of Ocean City reels where it's just all brass because somebody took all the chrome plating off. So that's a really important thing too with these old reels, is you have to be careful. You have to know what you're doing, otherwise you can destroy them. You know. And another thing, there's a lot of pitted reels where these guys, like, they'll take steel wool with them. And another thing I've seen too is like they have like a super fine sandpaper to take off some of the pitting. I've kind of found that, like, if you just like, you can actually loosen up the pitting with some warm water and soap. If you take your time and do correctly with some cotton cloths and stuff, you can actually restore the reel properly without actually damaging it. But anything abrasive can scratch the chrome and cause trouble.
Yeah, and the Bakelite plastic
Yeah,
destroyed forever, actually. And these guys are big guys on YouTube, pretending like they know what they're talking about, and they're going at it with some sandpaper or some steel wool. Like,
Yeah,
come
so
on,
that's I know.
come on.
And on these and these are vintage, really sought after collectible reels. So that's something that you definitely don't want to do.
Yeah.
Is use any abrasives and harsh chemicals and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on.
Uh,
Ocean City. Yep.
Another thing too I want to mention. Sorry, because I don't forget. Because some stuff I forgot to mention in the other video. If you go to A and Somerset Street, the exact building that was actually the original Ocean City plant was the triangular shaped industrial building. So if you go on A and Somerset Street, the building is actually still there. And Ocean City, they actually went to that plant in 39 or so, like right before the war, 1940, 41, 42. Right before the war, they actually opened up at that plant because their first plant was actually on Noble Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
which was the original plant.
Yeah, which was the original plant in the 20s and 30s. But yeah, if you go on Google Maps or Google Earth, like you can actually check out the original Ocean City building, and it's still there today. And you can connect it with looking at some old land use maps of Philadelphia. It's the same building. The building is still there, which is I thought it's really interesting too because it's part of the history of Ocean City. And right now it's currently being used by a furniture company, but it's still there. And the vicinity is really interesting. Like there's a couple of Rocky scenes stuff that were filmed near there.
Some Rocky scenes, eh?
Yeah, in the Rocky movie.
Yeah, actually, in Rocky 1, his house was just right around the corner.
Yeah, it's actually right on the other side of the train tracks. That's right there. Yeah, so
really close, super close.
There's a little bit of history in that area of Kensington, Philadelphia. Yeah, I think I got everything.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so that's Ocean City for you. Yeah, right there.
Right on.
That's a little bit of history of Ocean City.
Nice stuff.
Yeah.